Welcome to Tarot with Grace. For over 23 years, it has given me great joy to assist clients in accessing the guidance they seek through my intuitive readings and channeling skills, assisting them in navigating life's challenges, connecting with their own inner wisdom, or tuning in with loved ones now living on the other side. May you encounter joy and insight as we explore the amazing intuitive world together. Let's do this. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Spirit Messages. I'm Linda with Tarot with Grace, and I'm so grateful to have you join us here for our second episode of Spirit Messages. So before we get started, I just wanted to take care of a little housekeeping here. And that is to say that this broadcast is for entertainment purposes only, and that all the information that I have here comes from my intuitive guidance, my spirit team, information that I share with you. So again, for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so now that I've gotten that out of the way, again, welcome. Today, I wanted to chat a bit about some of the challenging times that we find ourselves living through these days. It seems that, the news, every time we turn it on, it's filled with a lot of disheartening information. That's designed to frighten or certainly capture our attention so that we continue to tune in. And it's exhausting. But what I've been told is that right now we are experiencing a period of growth on the planet. We are moving into collectively, we're moving into a higher frequency, a higher energetic vibration, and that this period of growth is a process, and it's requiring us to become more conscious and to make more conscious decisions about how we want to live and what we want in our lives. There is a lot that seems to be being unearthed these days. A lot of things are coming to the surface, things that may be hidden or denied or not wanting to deal with. For those of you that are into tarot, the Two of Swords comes to mind. I don't want to see, I don't want to know, I don't want. So, but that's not possible anymore. There's things are coming to the surface and kind of in your face, so that you do have to look at what is there and to decide whether what we see is what we want for our lives. And this is happening on a global basis as well as a personal one. It seems that, it was more pronounced or very pronounced during the time of COVID. The global pandemic seemed to have changed the playing field and altered us in ways that we're still discovering and will probably be for a very long time. So how do we consciously and successfully navigate through these turbulent times? And so that's what I want to talk a bit about. I want to talk about the power of self-love in these difficult times and the transformative energy that it carries for us. So some of what I will be sharing today came from a channeling session that I had a while back, but I was led to share some of this now because it seems to be so apropos for the times that we're living in. So let's start with what is self-love, because that's a term that gets thrown around very lightly these days, and so much so that it gets diminished or trivialized. So let's start there. And what I'm told is that self-love or loving yourself is about remembering that you are a piece of the divine, that you are a part of all that there is, a spark of infinite love, which is what we're made of, where we came from. And so self-love is about deciding to honor and live that truth every day. So I've got a few notes here because I want to make sure that I don't forget anything that I was given. So so think about this. Let's think about this for a second. Do my actions, my choices, my words show love to myself? Oftentimes throughout the day, so easy to do, when something goes wrong, when you goof something up, when you maybe forget something that was, important to you, you'll find yourself saying, oh, what's the matter with me? Or, oh my God, how stupid could I have been? Or, things like that. And you say it with no malintent necessarily. It might be even in a joking manner or a half-hearted manner. But words have power. They carry energy. And over time, that energy accumulates on our energy. And it affects how we feel about ourselves. It affects how we operate in the world. Think about this. If you had, think about somebody that you love. It could be a child. It could be a loved one, a spouse, an elderly grandparent. If your child screwed something up, would you say to your child, how stupid could you be? Or, what's the matter with you? Or, chances are probably not, because even though you didn't mean any malintent, you love them, and you would not want to in any way have them feel badly about themselves or diminished in any way. You wouldn't want that for them. And so, we need to be conscious of how we speak to ourselves, to our self-talk, what we're saying to ourselves, because again, it's a cumulative thing. And the more we do that, the more we are energetically diminishing ourselves. And we all do this. Oh my goodness. I find myself from time to time inadvertently doing this. But what I have done is, the more conscious I've become about this, I when I hear it, I catch it, I immediately stop. And I will say to myself, I will backtrack that, and I will say to myself, no, there is nothing wrong with you. You made a mistake, or you forgot something, and so now we know, and we won't do it this way the next time, or, we'll try and remember this, or, but You're fine. There is nothing wrong with you. And I make a point of doing that because I energetically, that's what I want to do to myself. It's how I would operate with someone that I love dearly. And that is how we're being asked to operate with ourselves. The same thing with, excuse me, with choices. We, especially those of us who are women, we tend to be the caregivers and the caretakers, and everything except us is at the top of our list, if we even make it on our list. Well, again, thinking about the people who are on that list are people that we love dearly, who may need assistance, who may need something from us. Of course, we love them. We're going to be there for them. We're going to, assist them in whatever way that we can. And so we're being asked to take a look at our choices and where we are on that list, and how we prioritize, how we love ourselves. It says a lot. Where we place ourselves on that list says a lot about how we love ourselves, how we treat ourselves. Again, with actions. If if you had a friend who was sick in bed, and couldn't get out to get food, or couldn't get out to get medicine and all, you would be there. You would be there. You'd make sure that they had what they needed, and, so that they could get well and they could feel better. And, you'd get them the food or the medication that they needed. You would be there. So think about, again, think about that. Think about how you are there for someone. If you had somebody, again, also, if you had somebody that was burning the candle at both ends and was exhausted, you would be encouraging them to get rest. You might even, come over and help with whatever they needed so that they could get some rest. So you need to take a look at that. Take a look at your life. Are you in your life making sure that you have the nutrition that you need, that you have the rest that you need, that you have whatever it is that you need to operate and to feel good, whether it's taking the time to do the meditation that you want, or the prayer time that you want, just the alone time that you want, or to exercise or go for a walk, or, are you placing yourself on that list so that that you are showing yourself how much you love yourself, how much you honor yourself, you who are a piece of the divine, so think about that. Think about, how it is that that we prioritize ourselves, that we're showing love to ourselves. And at the end of the day, it also might be a good practice to think about, how did I love myself today? How did I show love to myself? And real love, real self-love is not just about feeling satisfied. It's about honoring, it's about loving, it's about prioritizing yourself. And when we live in a way that honors the love and the joy that we carry, it expands your spirit. And that's why we're here. That's why we came to this plane, to this planet, for soul expansion and for soul growth. And so the practice of self-love helps us to be liberated from feelings of not being good enough or not being enough or self-judgment. But it also helps to bring more kindness and more joy, more creativity, and more self-celebration into our lives. So just try and be conscious through your day. Try and be conscious of what you're saying to yourself, how you're prioritizing yourself, how you're taking care of yourself, and where that is on your list. Just trying to be more conscious of that. So here is also what I received about the importance of self-love during these difficult times. So I'm told that right now there is a lot of heaviness and dense energy in the world. Many have forgotten, who they truly are. And yet others are just starting to remember that truth and remembering who it is that they are. And so right now, even though the denser energies feel like they're getting big or bigger and louder, I'm told that those energies are actually getting smaller, and that it's not sustainable, and that it cannot last. So your practice of self-love becomes like a light in the darkness, a light in this heavier, dense energy, because self-love is an energy, and when you carry that, when you're conscious of it, when you're mindful of that, it doesn't just affect you. It affects. It's an energy, and it affects the energy around you, the environment around you, and it changes the energy around you. And it inspires others to seek more peace and more love in their lives. One of the things that I was told about that is that's what's happening on the planet. That's how we're changing the frequency of the planet. It's person by person, soul by soul. We are changing the energy, changing the frequency on the planet. And so when you practice self-love, you're becoming a catalyst for this transformation. And I'm told that we're coming to this tipping point, that a tipping point is coming, and that when everyone, or most of us, most people on the planet, awaken to this truth and remember who they are and make those conscious choices about what we want and how we want to live, that there will be no going back. But we are approaching that tipping point. So self-love is a reminder to stay aware and to be conscious of, and to embrace, the peaceful and and bright soul that you are. And it's by remembering and embodying this truth, this energy, that we bring light to the world. And I'm told that we, as a human species, that we're all beginning to remember this truth. So I invite you to, to take a look at this and to see how you might be able to integrate the practice of self-love into your life, and to just kind of play with it, just be with it, just try and be a little more conscious, but see how you can integrate it, and see what changes it makes and what shifts it makes, and also how you can bring more joy to your life. So these are just some thoughts about remembering and being conscious of how we treat ourselves, how we're being with ourselves, how we're showing love to ourselves. There are many ways of doing that, and some of you may have some thoughts of that or suggestions of that, and if so, I'd love to hear from you. Leave it in the comments and share it with others, so that we learn from each other. But I appreciate that. I'd love to hear from you. So I just wanted to just mention a couple of reminders here. And that is, for those of you who may not know, we have a segment of this program where I will be answering your questions that you want me to read on. So, and these can be personal questions if you'd like. So the way that you would do that is just head on over to our website at tarotwithgrace.com. And there is a tab that says Spirit Messages. Click on that. It'll tell you a little bit about the program and how you can leave your voice message, because it's a voice message app. There's a button. As you scroll down on the page, there's a button that says record your message. And you can, record what it is you would like for me to read on. These will be short readings. They're not a full reading, just a few minutes. But, leave me your name, where you're from. It doesn't have to be anything specific. I'm from Chicago, New York, wherever. Where you're from. It just helps me to get a better handle, a better read on things. So leave me your question and, click submit. And then as a thank you for your question and your information, you will receive a free gift from me, which is a tarot card meaning cheat sheet. So once you hit submit, we will send that to you in your inbox. You'll get a link where you can then download the cheat sheet and, have fun with that. And just also, I want to mention that only the questions that you want me to read on that are made through our voice app on the website will be considered for a future episode. So please don't leave your questions in the comments, because we're only pulling from there. So do that, and then on a future episode, I will read on your question, and I may use tarot, or I may use channeling. Sometimes some mediumship comes in, but what I won't know until I'm reading, and until I'm given which modality, or sometimes it's a combination of all of that. So, but I would be honored and delighted. I love reading, so I would be delighted to read for you. But thank you again for tuning in today. I appreciate it. Oh, just also, if you enjoyed today's content, if you would do us the honor of hitting the like button. And also, if you would like to subscribe to our channel, please do that. And also, if you wanted to be notified when we have new content, hit the little notification bell, and YouTube will let you know when we have new content. So thank you so much for joining us today. I look forward to sharing this journey with you, and have a lovely day.